Hello, my friends, and welcome back to SWT English Learning. Today, I want to invite you into something truly powerful, a 30-day shadowing challenge. This is not just about learning words. It's about creating a system, a habit, and a supportive journey that will transform the way you speak English. So let's start with an important question. Why do we need a challenge at all? Learning a language is exciting, but it's also one of the hardest journeys in the world. Many learners begin with full energy, buying books, downloading apps, and watching videos. But after a few days or weeks, the energy fades. Maybe you've experienced it. You start practicing for 3 days, then suddenly life gets busy and English practice disappears from your daily routine. This is normal. It happens to almost everyone. But it's also the reason why challenges are so powerful. A challenge gives you a clear start and a clear finish line. You don't just say, I'll study English someday. Instead, you say, for the next 30 days, I am fully committed. Think about fitness. If someone says, I want to get in shape, it feels vague. But if they say, I will run 2 kilometers every day for 1 month, it feels specific, measurable, and achievable. The same principle works for English. And here's the secret. When you join a challenge, you don't walk alone. You are part of a community of learners who are also moving forward. You may live in different countries, speak different mother languages, or have different goals. But in those 30 days, you are all on the same path. That connection gives you motivation when your personal energy is low. Imagine a group of hikers climbing a mountain. If one person walks alone, they might get tired and sit down. But when they see others still climbing, they feel stronger. They rise up and continue. That's exactly what happens in a language challenge. You see others practicing, sharing progress, making mistakes, and improving, and you feel inspired to keep going. Another reason a challenge matters is accountability. When you commit to 30 days, you build responsibility. You don't want to break the chain. You don't want to let yourself down. Even on the days when you're tired or busy, you'll say, just 10 minutes, I can do it. And guess what? Those small daily victories add up to massive progress. So this 30-day shadowing challenge is not only about practicing English, it is about building the discipline, energy, and rhythm that carry you beyond the challenge. At the end of 30 days, you won't just have better English. You'll have a habit that pushes you forward automatically, like brushing your teeth or making your morning coffee. Now that we've answered the question, why a challenge, let's step into the next important part. What is shadowing and why does it work so well?
So, what exactly is shadowing? Let's make it simple. Shadowing means listening and speaking at the same time. You don't wait. You don't translate, you don't pause. You act like a mirror. The words come into your ears, and instantly your mouth reflects them back. Think of it this way. If English is music, shadowing is like singing along with the band, not sitting in the audience. You are inside the rhythm, inside the melody. Many learners listen passively. They play a podcast, nod their head, and think, yes, I understand. But when they try to speak, their mouth freezes. Shadowing solves this problem. It connects your brain, your ears, and your mouth into one smooth system. Let's break down why shadowing is so effective. 1. It trains your ears. When you shadow, you are not just catching vocabulary, you're catching the music of English, the rhythm, the stress, and the intonation. For example, notice how English often pushes stress on key words. I did it. She's going home. When you shadow, you begin to copy this natural music automatically. It's like learning to dance. At first, you step on toes, but soon your body learns the rhythm without thinking. 2. It trains your mouth. Your mouth is like an athlete's body. If you've never run before, your muscles feel heavy. The same happens with English sounds. Words like world or through or culture may feel strange. Shadowing forces your lips, tongue, and breath to move in new patterns until those patterns become easy. This is called muscle memory. After enough practice, your mouth doesn't hesitate, It just knows what to do. Think of a basketball player shooting free throws. At first, they miss often, but with repetition, their body remembers the exact movement. Shadowing gives your mouth the same memory for English sounds. Number 3, it kills hesitation. One of the biggest problems for learners is pausing too much. You start speaking and suddenly stop. What's the word? How do I say this? By the time you finish, the conversation has already moved on. Shadowing pushes you forward. There is no time to pause or translate. You just flow. At first, it feels uncomfortable, but very quickly your brain adapts. You begin to trust yourself and keep speaking without stopping. Number 4, it builds confidence. The best part is confidence. After a few days of shadowing, you'll notice your voice feels stronger. You'll hear yourself sounding more natural. You'll realize you can follow along with native speed much more easily. That belief grows every single day. And remember, this confidence is not fake motivation. It's real, built from practice. Every repetition is a piece of proof that you are moving closer to fluency. A fresh example. Let's say you decide to shadow just 15 minutes a day. You choose audio you like, maybe a short TED Talk, a piece of news, or even a motivational speech. In 1 month, you'll have completed more than 7 hours of active speaking practice. That's 7 hours of your mouth working, your ears training, and your confidence rising. Think about it. Many learners watch English shows for 20 or 30 hours, but hardly speak. Shadowing gives you direct speaking time, which is exactly what you need most. So now we understand the what and why of shadowing. Next, let's explore how combining shadowing with a 30-day challenge turns practice into a long-term habit.
Now we know shadowing is powerful, but here's the big question. How do we make sure we keep doing it every day, not just once or twice? This is where the 30-day challenge becomes your best friend. Motivation is wonderful, but it's like the spark of a match. It burns bright for a moment and then disappears. Habit is different. Habit is like the steady flame of a candle that keeps burning day after day. A challenge is the bridge between these two. It transforms that short spark of motivation into the long-lasting flame of habit. Think about brushing your teeth. Do you wake up every morning and argue with yourself, should I brush today or not? Of course not. You simply do it. Why? Because years ago, you built the habit. The same can happen with English. Once shadowing becomes a part of your daily routine, it stops being a struggle. It becomes automatic. The 30-day challenge gives you structure and discipline to build that habit. It's not someday. It's not when I feel ready. It's today, tomorrow, and the next 28 days. The psychology of 30 days. Why 30 days? Because it's short enough to feel possible, but long enough to reprogram your brain. Scientists say it usually takes between 21 and 30 days to install a new habit. That means if you shadow daily for 1 month, your brain begins to expect it. Skipping feels strange, just like skipping a meal. Imagine waking up on day 31. Without even thinking, you reach for your headphones and begin shadowing. That's when you know you've succeeded. It's not just practice anymore, it's part of who you are. The power of small steps. Another secret of the 30-day challenge is simplicity. You don't need to shadow for hours. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day is enough. In fact, small daily practice is more effective than long, irregular sessions. Let's compare 2 learners. Learner A studies for 2 hours on Saturday, then nothing all week. Learner B studies for 15 minutes every day. After 1 month, Learner A has practiced for 8 hours. Learner B has practiced for about 7.5 hours, almost the same. But Learner B has something more valuable: consistency. Their brain and mouth are activated every day, building fluency like a muscle. Learner A, on the other hand, keeps starting and stopping, losing momentum each time. Consistency always wins. Accountability and support. The challenge also makes you accountable. When you commit to 30 days, you feel a sense of responsibility. You don't want to break the chain. Even when you're tired, you'll say, okay, just 10 minutes, I can do that. And often, once you start, you do even more. And if you share your journey with others, whether in an online group, with friends, or even in the comments under a video, you gain extra energy. You see others progressing, and it inspires you to keep moving. It's like a study partner. Imagine you promise a friend, let's go to the gym every day for 30 days. You may skip if you're alone, but if your friend is waiting, you show up. In the same way, the 30-day shadowing challenge gives you that extra push to stay consistent. A real-life example. Think about learning a musical instrument. If you practice guitar for 15 minutes daily, after a month, your fingers are already moved more naturally. After 3 months, you can play a song. After 6 months, you sound confident. The same happens with your mouth when you shadow daily. Each day is like tuning your instrument. The sound improves, the rhythm becomes natural, and soon you can play English without hesitation. By the end of 30 days, you won't just say, I learned shadowing. You'll say, I became a person who practices English every day. And that identity change is the real treasure.
Now let's get practical. How can you begin your 30-day shadowing challenge today? Don't worry, the plan is simple, clear, and designed for real results. Step 1. Choose the right material. Pick audio that excites you. It could be a short podcast, a news report, a motivational talk, or even a story. Make sure it's not too difficult. If you understand at least 70 to 80% of the words, that's perfect. For example, you could use short lessons from SWT English Learning, or any content where the speaker is clear. The key is you must enjoy listening. Step 2. Listen once without speaking. Before shadowing, simply listen. Absorb the sound, the rhythm, the meaning. Don't force yourself to repeat yet. Think of it like warming up before a workout. Step 3. Shadow actively. Now comes the action. Play the audio again, and as soon as you hear the words, copy them immediately. Don't pause, don't translate, don't overthink. Just flow. Imagine you are an echo that comes instantly after the sound. At first, you may feel clumsy, you might miss words, you might stumble. That's fine. Shadowing is about speed and rhythm, not perfection. With each day, your brain and mouth will improve. Step 4. Practice for 10 to 15 minutes. That's all you need. Not an hour, not half your day, just 10 to 15 focused minutes. The goal is daily repetition, not exhaustion. If you want to do more, great, but never underestimate the power of those small daily steps. Step 5. Track your progress. This is crucial. Write in a notebook or use your phone. After each session, note the date and how you felt. Did you sound smoother today? Was it easier to keep up? Tracking gives you proof of growth, and proof keeps motivation alive. Step 6. Celebrate small wins. Finished 1 week? Celebrate. Finished 2 weeks? Celebrate again. Small rewards keep your energy high. Maybe treat yourself to your favorite snack or share your progress online. Remember, every single day you shadow is a victory. Now let's talk about staying motivated throughout the challenge. Some days will be easy, some will be tough. There will be moments when you don't feel like practicing. That's normal. On those days, lower the bar. Tell yourself, I'll just shadow for 3 minutes. Often, once you start, you end up doing the full 10. It's better to do a short, imperfect session than to skip completely. The habit matters more than the length. And now, let's talk about the transformation you'll see.
By the end of 30 days, here's what will change. Your ear will recognize English rhythm more naturally. Your mouth will produce sounds faster and smoother. Your hesitation will shrink, replaced by flow. Your confidence will rise because you'll hear real progress in your own voice. And most importantly, you will have built a habit that carries you forward. Imagine yourself 30 days from now, looking back and saying, "Yes, I did it. I showed up every single day. I shadowed. I grew. I am becoming fluent." That feeling will be priceless. Final words of motivation. My friends, learning English is not about being perfect. It's about showing up every single day with courage and commitment. Shadowing is the tool, but habit is the engine that will drive your success. So let's walk this journey together. Take the first step today. Commit to your 30-day shadowing challenge. 10 minutes a day, no excuses, no waiting, just action. Remember, community gives you strength, shadowing gives you fluency, habit gives you success. This is SWT English Learning, and I believe in you. Start today, keep going, and watch your English transform.